Hi, I'm Johnny with Balloon Animals Palm Beach, and today I'm going to show you how to make this balloon, which is like a generic Odysseus, Gladiator, Greek mythology hero, Spartan, Trojan style balloon. Maybe not 100% historically accurate, but recognizable by the customer, which is what counts, right? You will need 2 blush 260, 1 red 260, 1 mocha 260, 1 chocolate brown 260, 1 gray 260, 2 mocha 160s, and 1 gray 160. And at the end, I'll tell you what details you can remove if you want to use less balloons and be a little faster. Grab your mocha 260 and inflate it so you have a 9-finger tail. Now you want to make a small 2.5 to 3-finger bubble. Make another small 2.5 to 3-finger bubble. Pull the nozzle through those 2 bubbles to lock them into place. And we want to do 6 of these. It's kind of like a flower shape, and this is sort of like 1 petal. We're going to do 6 petals. All of them are going to, we're going to just keep doing this size bubble. So for me, it's 3 fingers. So do a 3-finger bubble, make another 3-finger bubble, twist those 2 bubbles together. Now we have 2 petals. Let's keep going. We want to do 6. Make a 3-finger bubble, make another 3-finger bubble. Now you want to just roll the balloon all the way around to the other side. Make a 3-finger bubble, make another 3-finger bubble, roll that balloon through and around to the opposite side. Make a 3-finger bubble, make another 3-finger bubble, roll that balloon all the way around and to the opposite side. One last petal, so a 3-finger bubble, make another 3-finger bubble, roll that balloon all the way through, around to the other side. Now we're going to get rid of the extra. Let out the air, tie that off. And so you probably have a bunch of mixed up petals. So now what you're going to do is just adjust them until they're all parallel. Until you end up with this sort of flower shape. This is his skirt. His leather skirt. Grab your chocolate brown 260 and inflate it so you have about an 8 or 9-finger tail. 6-finger bubble. Take this twist. You're gonna just wrap it into the middle of this flower by pulling this twist in between 2 of the petals. So you just hold one side of the balloon on either side of this and just pull it towards you. Your thumbs are in the back. So now you've got a short bubble on top and a long bubble on the bottom. And so you just want to keep rotating the long bubble all the way back around so it's right beside this one. Make another 6-finger bubble. Same size as the other one. And now you're just going to twist those together and pull the nozzle through those 2 balloons to lock that into place. You're going to make ultimately another 6-finger bubble by bringing this back down. So make a 6-finger bubble. You're going to bring it back down and just wrap that twist through the other bubbles to the opposite side. And then you want to just bring it back up. Another 6-finger bubble. Get rid of the extra. Tie that off. And now you're going to take this little tail here and you're just going to tie it to the nozzle to complete that shape. So this is what you should have so far. This is his leather sort of cuirass. I'm not quite sure how to pronounce it. It's a piece of armor. That's kind of like a shirt or a vest, but because it's sleeveless. You can see how much research I do before I shoot my videos. I really like to spend a ton of time researching. It takes like what, 30 seconds for me to look that up, but apparently no, couldn't stop and look it up. Let's change the subject before I pause the shoot to look that up. Okay, grab your blush 260 and inflate it so you have about an 8 or 9 finger tail. Make a 1 finger bubble. Make a pinch twist. Make a 4 finger bubble. You're gonna let that go. You're just basically making a mark in the balloon so you know how long you want the arm. And you're gonna take this blush and you're gonna push it in between the middle of these 4 chocolate brown bubbles. So you push it in one side and then you pull it out the other. Just pull it all the way through till you get to that mark you made. Then you can kind of push the balloon up towards the top. This is the top, this is the bottom. And then you want to just make another little 4 finger bubble. I like to squish it so it's not too fat. So you're making his other arm, same size as this one. Make a pinch twist. 1 finger bubble. Get rid of the extra. We're going to save this for his legs and feet. Tie this one off. So now he's got arms, torso, skirt. You're going to make about a 1.5 to 2 finger bubble. Make a pinch twist. So that's 1 foot. Make a 5 finger bubble. Now you're going to pull this twist through these petals here. So you just start at the top of the mocha flower shape and then pull them both through to the bottom. Make another 5 finger bubble. Same size as this one. Make a pinch twist. Make a 1.5 to 2 finger bubble, same size as this one. Get rid of the extra. Tie that off. So now he has arms and legs and feet. Let's put on his shoes. Grab your mocha 160 and inflate it so you have about a 13 or 14 finger tail. Take the nozzle, wrap it into the pinch twist that represents his heel. Now you're going to make about a 2 finger loop. It should be just slightly smaller than this bubble here. And wrap it in to the pinch twist. And now you just take this foot with the little tail on it and you just kind of pull that tail a little bit through the loop that you made so it tucks into the shoe. Now you're going to keep this whole tail, but you're going to let the rest of the air out of it. I tie a knot at the base to make sure my loop doesn't become deflated. And now I have the rest of the balloon. And what you want to do is, starting on one side of the leg, you're going to just pull it up, draw it across, wrap it around the back of the leg, towards the front, cross it over itself in the front, and wrap it into the pinch twist. So now he has his Gladiator style sandals. That's the back, that's the front. Let's do his other one. Grab your mocha, grab your next mocha 160 and inflate it so you have about a 12 or 14 finger tail, or the same as the other one, doesn't matter. Wrap the nozzle into the blush pinch twist. Make about a 2 finger loop so that it's just a little bit smaller than this bubble here. Wrap that loop into the blush pinch twist. Now you're just going to take this nozzle on the blush bubble and pull it through the loop just enough to hold the tension. Then you're going to get rid of the air, any excess air, while keeping the tail. I tie a knot at the base so it doesn't deflate. Then you're just going to draw the balloon up the leg, around, behind the leg, out the other side, cross it over itself, and wrap it into the flush pinch twist. So now he's got both of his Gladiator's sandals on. Let's make his head. Grab your blush 260 and inflate it so you have about an 8-finger tail. Make a pinch twist. Make a 5-finger bubble. Make a pinch twist. Pull the balloon across, wrap it into the pinch twist on the opposite side. Give it a squish, pull it back across, wrap it into the pinch twist on the opposite side. And one more time. Give it a squish, pull it across, and wrap it into the pinch twist on the opposite side. So you have 4 bubbles and a pinch twist on either side. Get rid of the extra. Now we're going to turn this into his nose by letting all the air out until we have a little tiny 1-finger bubble. Tie a knot at the base of that so you have a nice long tail. This is what we're going to use to attach his head. I like to tie this one off. Now you're just going to take this blush bubble and you're going to put it in between 2 of the other ones and then pull it out the bottom. So ultimately it's just going behind 1 bubble. That's his nose. That's the back of his head. Grab your gray 260 and inflate it so you have about an 8-finger tail. Take the nozzle of the balloon and wrap it into the blush pinch twist that represents his ear. Now we're just going to draw the balloon across the top of his head and wrap it into the pinch twist on the opposite side. Now pull it across the back of his head, wrap it into the pinch twist on the opposite side. And draw it across one more time, wrap it into the pinch twist on the opposite side. So you have 3 gray bubbles. Get rid of the extra. Tie that off. So that's his head and his helmet so far. We're going to add the red crest on top. Grab your red 260 and inflate it so you have about an 11-finger tail. Make a 3-finger bubble. Make a pinch twist. Make an 8-finger bubble. Make a pinch twist. Make a 2-finger bubble. Now we're going to get rid of this extra, but we want to leave a tail. Tie that off. So now we're going to take this shape here. We want to bend the long 8-finger bubble. We're basically going to create this shape by tying these 2 tails together underneath this centered gray bubble here. So just slide one of the tails under it, grab the other tail, and tie those 2 tails together. Now his helmet has a crest. That's the back, that's the front. Grab your red 260 scrap and inflate it until you have about a 1-finger tail. Make a pinch twist. You just want to hold that right about where his arm comes out of the chocolate brown. Make a loop that goes just to the bottom of his skirt, and so measure where it meets the other arm, and that's where you're going to make your next pinch twist. Then you're going to let the air out of this and you're going to use this tail inflated tail to attach the 2 pinch twists. So take this red tail and you just want to tuck it behind these 2 chocolate brown bubbles. Pull it out the opposite side and wrap it around this red pinch twist. So now he has his cape. If you want to shape it, you know, you can give it a couple of bends towards the top. Now we're going to attach his head, so take this blush 260 and you're just going to push it through the chocolate brown bubbles where his arms are pushed through. Pull it nice and tight and wrap it in. That's the back. That's the front. Now we can give him his weaponry. Grab your gray 160 and inflate it so you have a 12-finger tail. Make a pinch twist. Make a second pinch twist. Make a 2-finger loop. And you're just going to pull this gray balloon around that loop. Wrap it into the 2 pinch twists. And one more time, you want to pull it nice and tight as you wrap it around that loop and twist it into the 2 pinch twists. Tie it off. Cut this off. We're going to use this for his sword and part of his helmet. So that's his shield. And we can attach it by grabbing the nozzle on this blush balloon here and just twisting it into the 2 gray pinch twists. Grab your gray 160 scrap and inflate it so you have about a 3-finger tail. Make a little 1.5-finger bubble. Wrap this twist into this blush and pinch twist. Make a 7-finger bubble. We're going to save this, tie this one off. Now he has his sword. Grab your last little gray 160 scrap and inflate it so you have about a squishy 4-finger bubble and about a 1-finger tail. You're going to take that tail and you're going to tie it to this red tail. So just pull that gray tail underneath this first gray bubble and then tie the red nozzle and the gray tail together. This is like the nose piece on his helmet. So then you just want to make a bend right at the top to try to get it to sit over his nose. And that's it. This guy's ready to wreak some havoc. So if you want to use less balloons and do it a little faster, obviously you don't need the red cape, you don't need the nose piece or the shield or the sword. And I don't actually draw any face on the guy because everybody's fine with him like this. And by everybody, I mean the one kid that asked me for it one time. There was one girl who, she was like 10, I think. And she asked for Odysseus, actually, which there's a lot of different, he's a hero from Greek mythology. She's going through like a Greek mythology phase. and which I totally relate to. And I found this picture of Ithaca of Odysseus and Penelope, and I just modeled it after that. So, and I just liked the design so much. And it was at a restaurant. Everyone there was so into it. I was like, I totally have to make a video of this because I don't know when else I'm ever gonna make one. And obviously, if you did this in green, it's Michigan State or Trojans. Which are the Trojans? I don't remember. All right. That's enough rambling. Feel free to subscribe to my channel. I do release videos on a regular basis. Or you can leave me comments or feedback below. I do read all the comments. I just don't get around to responding very often. And you can always check me out on Instagram, Facebook, or my website, Balloon Animals Palm Beach. Thanks.